Hello, and welcome to the Architectural Drafting and Design, Chapter 10, Room Relationships and Sizes discussion with Professor Montoya. Let's get started. Architecture probably has more amateur experts than any other field. A wide exposure to houses can cause many people to feel that they can design their own. But this is not necessarily true. There are many steps and there's many requirements that make for a good home. If you've ever had a tour, maybe you were shopping for an apartment or a house, and you find these odd houses that were made by people with the best of intentions of creating a wonderful, beautiful space, and it didn't quite turn out the way they thought, and sometimes there's an odd room or odd windows. A window might be too high. I just went on shopping for an apartment in Springville, and the windows are excessively high so that you have to stand up to look out the window, which can be a little disconcerting. So that's what this chapter is all about. What are some good sizes and shapes of objects? Important considerations of the floor plan include how many people will be there, what are the ages and gender of the children, and do you have future plans to have a lean-to or a situation where you might want to add a garage, you might want to refurbish a little room over the garage. General family activities. Are you a very active family? Is there a lot of coming and going? Entertainment habits. Do you need a rec room? Do you like to play ping pong or play pool, and maybe you want a specific room for that activity? The desired number of bedrooms and bathrooms is a big deal. It could be a deal breaker if you don't have enough, and if you have more bathrooms, the better for privacy. There are and what kind of kitchen appliances? Is the homeowner a chef? Do they need more than their regular kitchen, or maybe it's an active couple who rarely stays at home to make meals? Here we go to more of the floor plan, design considerations. How long do you want to stay at your home? Are there going to be live-in guests and requirements for people with disabilities? Sometimes children will stay at the house a lot longer. What's the budget for the home? What is the style of home? And are there neighborhood covenants that might also be a design factor? Many HOAs do not allow you to do certain things to keep cars off driveways, make sure the car's parked in the garage, don't have unusual plantings. Only things that are approved in front of the HOA become important. The living area, it serves as a transition point. There are types of the main entry, a foyer, and a service entry. 3 good things to have, especially if you're an active person. The living room, how many people will be used? Is it mostly for show, or are you actually going to live in it, watch TV? Types and size of furnitures. Will the house have a family room as well? And then we also check out in this chapter different sizes of furniture. Everything does have a basic design size that allows you to make judgments. And then the basic template. Of course, with Revit, we have the opportunity to go directly to the vendor. So that's a very good bonus. The family room is probably the most used area of the house. It's a multi-purpose area. Folks tend to congregate there, and the sizes can vary depending on the size of the family. The dining room, I know at least for Utah, I've seen that the dining room is important for families to get together. It should be near the kitchen to help facilitate service. A small item called a nook, if you want a specially cozy place, maybe it's also partly an office of yours, so it should be near the kitchen and the family room. Here is a nice little nook. Look how cozy that looks. Right? You have the fan, lights. You might be tempted to stay there, play a puzzle. Just look out at your garden. This is very important, especially as you get into the retirement age. You can see that a lot of more elderly couples really enjoy this specific spot for watching birds. Do you need a home study? Do you need a home office? Maybe you're going to run your construction business outside of your house. So it's always good if you have advanced knowledge to make a particular study, it's very advantageous. Now we're getting to a little extravagance. Do you need a home theater such as this one? I really like it. It looks pretty much like a pretty cool Art Deco place. If you have a large family and you want to save money at the other end, the cost of movies is pretty high, so this is a good opportunity to invest in your own theater. Now we move on to sleeping areas. The age and gender of the children may determine the number of rooms. They may be shared. Each room should have space for sleeping, relaxation, study, storage, and dressing. Continuing with the sleeping area, about the bedrooms. We tend to try and place bedrooms away from the noise of normal traffic patterns. If you are in the front of a street, it's always good. Locate your bedrooms towards the back of the house in the backyard. The number depends on the family size and ages of the children. Arrangements and sizes vary. Master suites, I always try to have those, especially for resale. Serves as a bedroom, sitting area, and bathing area, and I also might add as a wardrobe area. One project I had actually made a use of the closet, a very large walk-in closet that can serve some of these purposes. Speaking of closets, building codes do not require bedroom closets, but you can't live without them. If you've ever toured a historic home, you can see that maybe folks just had 4 pairs of outfits and they kept them all in a cabinet. But that's not the case today. We probably have more clothes than we need. 6 feet should be considered a practical minimum for resale of shelf and pole system. Here are the depths. And walk-in closets, a minimum of 6 foot by 6 foot, and should contain a pole, shelves, baskets, and drawers, if you can do it. Let's take a look and kind of focus in on this particular walk-in closet. It looks like they have a space for linen. Looks like it's built in with iron. That's actually a very antique feature. Seat. But this is really a good layout where you can kind of treat your closet as a dressing room area. Bathrooms are reached by a short hallway apart from the living areas. The access should require passing through, should not require passing through living or sleeping areas. And the types are, there's a half bath, 3/4 bath, and a full bath family suite. So the half bath or half toilet, water closet, usually might be near the kitchen, and something that's part called a public space, and then the other bathrooms could be more private. There's odd configurations, but you can see how 2 rooms might share a bathroom. So what's happening on this one? Very odd size, but they've worked out all the features. You can kind of tell it's a 1980s or 90s house. And we move on to my favorite, which is the kitchen, which for me is the room that counts. There's meal preparation, includes areas for eating, working, and laundry. Other considerations: what kind of kitchen work area? Are you going to have gas, electric, burners? And of course, the desired look of each of these components is a big deal. But we wanted to focus in on the work triangle. Counter arrangements, counter and cabinet sizes, and the arrangement of appliances. This is known as the kitchen triangle, and it's very important. There's 3 things you do. You're going to get water, you're going to look in the fridge, and you're going to cook. And all these things have to be easily accessible, so you don't have to make a lot of running back and forth. If you're in an improperly designed place, you can find that you may put in more mileage trying to get all the equipment together. But this is very convenient, but also it's kind of tight. This a little bit better. There's a little bit more open room and breezeway that goes through here. You still get a lot of pinch points where people can only come and go, and depending on where you put your fridge, and you have to make sure that you give plenty of thought to how does the refrigerator door open, how does the stove open, how about the dishwasher, is that when you open it up, is it going to be in the way? Cabinets are a big deal if you have a lot of goods. I think this is pretty successful to have at least a little table underneath the cabinet and have a little seaway through. Various styles here, but everything is concerned with that triangle. The wine cellar. Coming from Florida, we never had basements, so this was not really a topic, but you do have a lot of little extra bonus spaces here in Utah. The wine cellar, you can make it very extravagant. I've seen and actually worked on wine cellars that were themselves an entire room. This was in North Carolina on Bald Head Island, where the rich folks were, and they had a chance to stockpile some really good things. Utility room, a space for washing, drying, folding, mending, ironing, and storing clothes. The bonus room, and the exercise center, and the garage and carport. Garages have become a big deal nowadays, so you can really deck out your garage for the person who uses it the most as a workspace. There's new venues of flooring that make it very successful. There's places for sports there. And traffic flow. Does your family move? Do they end up bumping into each other? I know a big thing at my house is that if you go into a room, you can't hear the other person. So do you want more open spaces where you can hear people, or do you want to keep that closed? Traffic patterns might include well-planned homes that expand outside living areas to the inside. A patio is a good place to do this. Live your off-shoulder seasons in comfort with a patio and deck. And a porch is very important for just being able to relax. And next time we'll take a picture and kind of take more of a look at things. I'll leave you with this as we go back. I'm going to show you the Dwell website. I have it up. It's from Dwell magazine. And sometimes you get a lot of ideas, but in this particular website, kind of shows you some of the outside spaces that can be achieved. Also, there's other multi-uses that you can bring to this. So check out the Dwell website. I'm going to be posting some more. I do like the idea of inside-outside space. Some of those that we can see here. And with that, I will close, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.